Welcome to my channel, The Flix Judge, where you will get detailed reviews and honest ratings of global movies and OTT series so that you can watch only the best content worthy of your time. Today we will review Maharaj, a Hindi film that released on Netflix, starring Junaid Khan and Jaideep Ahlawat in lead roles. This movie is apparently based on some real life case that happened in the 1860s regarding the exploitative practices of a Hindu religious leader and social reformers fight against such leaders and practices. The movie is directed by Siddharth Malhotra. This is available in Tamil, Telugu, etc., dubbed versions also. We are all aware that many social reformers in the 18th and the 19th centuries brought in major reforms to Hindu society and religious practices which were superstitious and exploitative. The protagonist of this movie, Karsan Das, was one such reformer. Since birth, he apparently questioned everything, and in his youth, he starts working as a journalist, writing against regressive practices of Hindu religion in a newspaper run by Dadabhai Nauroji. He goes against a very powerful leader, JJ or Maharaj of a religious sect, who is exploiting young women in the name of Charan Seva. His own fiancée is affected, and he breaks off the engagement with her, and she commits suicide. He starts his own journal, Satyaprakash, wherein he starts writing about the misdeeds of the Maharaj. After trying to intimidate and obstruct Karsan Das, Maharaj ultimately files a libel case against him. How Karsan Das fights the libel suit in the British courts and wins against the Maharaj forms the rest of the movie. Now, there are many issues with this movie, not involving the intent or the politics behind making such a movie today. We'll come to my views on that in the end, but let's look at the cinematic issues predominantly. Let's start with the story and screenplay. I guess the director doesn't know the first thing about dramatizing real events. There are two main characters and the core of the story, which is the evil social practice. Now, both the characters of Karsan Das and JJ needs to have been developed and shown clearly. While the script does take a few minutes to tell us about the childhood of Karsan, it is shown as a few shots while a narrator explains the happenings in the background. Instead of showing us some powerful scenes which establishes the character and its journey, most of the happenings are in the form of dialogues. In fact, the entire movie, people just are talking about what happened instead of showing us as scenes. As far as JJ's character, not even that. He is just shown to be pure evil, no redeeming features. According to me, the mark of a poorly written amateurish script is when the good guys are always shown doing only good things, and the bad guys do only evil things and nothing else, for no rhyme or reason whatsoever. I mean, how would such a pure exploiter become such a famous religious head? Now, you can say that the people made him that, which brings us to the next problematic depiction, which is how the Hindu society is shown. There is one scene where there is a large crowd which is baying for Karsan's blood because he goes against the Maharaj. He comes and makes a 2 minute speech, and immediately they abandon the Maharaj and start following him. I mean, even cattle would have more intelligence, not this Hindu crowd, according to the director. Karsan's fiancée is shown to be an Andhbhakta of the Maharaj and willingly lets herself be exploited by him, even after our hero had warned her. Even after the incident, she is on the side of the Maharaj, but the next scene, she makes a U turn just because she sees her sister also with the Maharaj the next day. The movie is filled with such artificial and superfluous scenes. The worst are the court scenes. This movie is supposed to be based on a court case. However, the court sequence is so pathetic that I really doubt if the director has watched any court sequence in any movie in his life. In the lengthy sequence in the court, not even one legal point is made by any side. Instead, speeches are made by hero and the Maharaj, and the dumb British judges just sit and listen. The list is just endless. As far as acting goes, Junaid Khan is the most unimpressive, once again proving that nepotism stranglehold has managed to stifle talent in the Hindi film industry and has extended its tentacles to the OTT also. His dialogue delivery is so painful to hear, even the Angrez lawyer delivers better Hindi dialogues than Junaid, who really struggles to pace his dialogues. The supremely talented Jaideep Ahlawat is wasted in this role, but that is the sad truth of today's Hindi film industry that unless you are a star kid, you are out, or at best in the sidelines. Other side characters have probably done a better job than Junaid. The sets and costumes and the makeup contribute to the artificial vibes that we feel throughout. This is sad, especially in a movie which is supposed to be based on real events. The clothes are all clean and bright, the buildings are all freshly painted, and everything is spick and span as if washed recently by surf. I am surprised at such shoddy work. I have seen such things probably 20 years ago, and today's art directors are able to recreate that used and dirtied look in most of the movies and TV series, but of course not in this movie. Same goes for the music and background score, which is so generic, and the songs which look like we have heard and seen before. Last but not the least, a word on why this movie was made today. If anyone had any doubts about why a movie about a long dead practice which apparently existed 200 years ago is made today, and is there any political agenda behind this, your doubts will be cleared once you see the Me Too scene in the court towards the end. So, what is the verdict? Maharaj is a boring, superfluous fare which clearly exposes the lack of talent of the director, scriptwriter, art director, and of course the lead actor. Add to that the dubious intent of making this movie. If you want to make a movie on social evils, you had better make a movie on nepotism in Bollywood or the ills plaguing other religions also. I don't believe in the ban culture. Instead, I believe in the intelligence of the audience. Such poorly made cinematic misadventures will fade into oblivion on their own. I don't recommend you waste your precious time on this. No need for any rating for this movie. See you again with another review. Until then, bye and happy viewing. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I go through hours and hours of content so that you can watch only the very best ones in your precious free time. Thank you.